Hello everybody, hello the internet, welcome to Sahaja Yoga Live. We're having a practical session today, and before we begin, let's just exchange our contacts. If you are new to Sahaja Yoga, please put some comments on Facebook or in the chat room so that we could know what we should talk to. As a word of introduction, we should know that we are not alone in this world. All this world is filled with the all-pervading power which fills everything, all material things, as well as all living creatures like we are. And this all-pervading power is filling our subtle system, our subtle centers with itself. That is with the power of love. The subtle system, as you can see in the picture, it has 7 main centers, and every center is filled with that power. If the power of love is lacking somewhere in some sort of in some part of our body, then the corresponding subtle center starts deviating from its balance. These chakras or subtle centers are related to some qualities, and if we are lacking some quality of some part of our inner being, then our centers start deviating from balance. And these disbalances are just the main thing that doesn't allow us to be in meditation. And if we try to meditate, we try to come to balance. The first thing we need to do to meditate, we need to come to balance. The meditation itself is an instrument which is happening, which helps us to come to balance. So it is mutual relationship. Our disbalance and our balance is related to our meditation, just like fire is related to some warmth and heat that we get from it. The subtle system within itself has, in its bottom part, has the place where our energy kundalini resides. The energy kundalini is the residual part of this all-pervading power of love. So this energy tries to fill us from within with all possible help and with all possible support that she can give us in our spiritual growth. So we talk about the energy kundalini as our inner spiritual mother, because she's her job is just to help us grow from within. And today we will start to talk with our energy kundalini. We will try to achieve meditative states. We will try to change our state from some sort of close to balanced state to a higher position. We will try to achieve higher state of our inner being. So we will try to talk to our energy kundalini, and we will ask help from her so that we could achieve balance within us. All this system is working just like a computer. On the first level is our attitude to life, is our own behavior. On the second level is the state of our chakras. If we deviate from the qualities that are within us, then our chakras start deviating from balance, and so we get into disbalanced state. And then when, say, Svadhisthana chakra, second chakra, if it is disbalanced, then we get problems on the level of corresponding chakra. On Svadhisthana chakra, we can get problems of liver, we can get problems with digestive system, we can get problems with patience, we get all sorts of disorders that are related to this subtle center. So if we can somehow bring back to balance this Svadhisthana, then we can solve our inner disbalance, can be neglected, can be brought to zero just by meditation. But to get into that meditative state, to get into meditation, we need to cleanse ourselves. That's why we use, in Sahaja Yoga, we use elements, 5 elements. We also use meditation practice, and also we use simple exercises when we just put our hands on our subtle system, on our subtle centers, and try to feel that centers with the energy of love. As you can see in the chart, we have projections of all centers on our hands. So when all the system starts working, we can feel on our hands what's going on our chakras. Say first chakra has its projections on the right hand and left hand sides in these charts. So you can see that a small dot at the base of the hand is just the projection of Muladhara. And so on. The second chakra has its projections on thumbs, and next chakra is green one, then you see the blue one, and so on. Every chakra can be felt on our hands if it is working good or not. When the energy Kundalini starts working, it's moving up, it fills all chakras with the energy of love, and we start coming to balance again. So today on practical session we will try to talk our energy Kundalini. It is the living energy, and this energy, the only her job and the only her responsibility is to fill us with love, so that we could be just a simple and loving person. That's only her job. So we will try to ask our own energy Kundalini to help us balancing ourselves. All chakras can be balanced with proper relationship with the world around us, and also with proper affirmations that we can say to our Mother Kundalini. And when the energy Kundalini rises to the top, to the level of our 7th center, then we can achieve cool breeze feeling on our hands as well as on the top of our head. This cool breeze is the indication that we have got our self-realization, or in Sanskrit words we say it is Atma Sakshatkar, or we just simply say it is yoga. Yoga means union, and when the Kundalini rises to this level, we get the union of our subtle system, or our inner being, with the all-pervading power. When this union takes place, when it is actualized, after that we can feel the cool breeze on our hands, and also on all our subtle system, on all our chakras, and also on the top, and also on all our body. Our feelings depend on how balanced we are at this point. When Kundalini rises to the 7th chakra, somebody may feel only cool breeze on his hands and no cool breeze on other parts of his body. Somebody may be a more balanced person, so he can feel also cool breeze on the top, and also on hands, and also on chakras. All things are different, but the main thing is that we start feeling this cool breeze. In Sahaja Yoga we call it vibrations. We start feeling vibrations, and as we feel vibrations, we can direct them, we can ask this energy of love to come to some part of our body or to some material object around us, and we can ask her to feel everything that surrounds us. So the yoga itself, in Sahaja Yoga we achieve yoga thanks to the energy Kundalini, we ask her to come to the 7th level, and we're trying to achieve this yoga. It's the first exercise. It's called self-realization. In Sanskrit, it's called also Atma Sakshatkar. And we, after that, as Kundalini rises, we start feeling vibrations, and we start moving from one state to another state, more meditative state. So we do not say that we meditate, but mostly we say that we move to meditative state. We change, we become more meditative. We change from within. We try to change from within, and we change from within when we become more meditative. That's enough for introduction. Let's change picture. So please sit in some comfortable position, either on the floor, or you can be sitting on the chair. We will try to say affirmation one after another. And here in the chart you can see the first row. It is the placement of our hand for feeling our left side, our left-hand side of subtle system, and the bottom row is hand's position for feeling our right-hand side of subtle system. All things are different. Sometimes we need to balance mostly left side, just like in the first row, and sometimes we feel with the all-pervading power mostly our right side before we start getting into a meditative state. All things are different, and it can change during the daytime. It can change from day to day, but many people just observe that if you are a certain type of person, you should generally balance certain type of your inner subtle centers and a certain side, either left side or either right side. Mostly we tend to deviate on some sort of on some type of our chakras, and mostly we tend to disbalance by our attitude and by our behavior. Mostly we disbalance our left side, either our left side or either our right side. But before all that technique starts working, all that machinery, we need to bring to the top our energy Kundalini for the first time. So we will be using the sequence in the first row. Try to relax. The best is to keep your back straight. Your spine should be straight. Straight and relaxed. We're trying to breathe light, not too much using for our physical body. Let's start with the heart on our left side. We will be saying affirmations, asking questions and saying affirmations for our left side. So please, your right hand on your heart. The best is to close your eyes so that our attention could not deviate too much. Let's ask within ourselves a fundamental question. Am I a pure spirit? Am I the pure spirit? Who am I? Who am I? Ask this question 12 times. Now let's move our right hand on the upper part of our abdominal area, left hand side. This is the center of master. Let's ask another question. Am I my own master? Am I my own guru? Ask it 10 times. Am I my own master? Am I my own guru? Now let's move to the bottom part of our abdominal area. We are working on our left side. So, bottom part of abdominal area on the left. Press it. And let's ask the energy Kundalini. Oh Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge. Mother, please give me the pure knowledge. Let me feel vibrations on my hands and on my chakras. Mother Kundalini, please let me know myself. By the meditative states, the meditation itself, all the Kundalini awakening cannot be forced upon anybody. We need to ask. We need to ask for pure knowledge. We also need to ask our Mother Kundalini so that she could start working on our chakras. So let's ask this 6 times. Oh Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge. Please give me the pure knowledge. Now let's move to the upper part of our abdomen, left hand side. Let's say the affirmation, I am my own master, I am my own guru. Say this phrase 10 times within yourself. I am my own master. I am my own guru. Let's move to our heart. Put the right hand on your heart. Here we need to say, I am the Spirit. I am the pure love and consciousness. I am the pure spiritual being. Say this 12 times. I am the pure spirit. Now let's move to our left shoulder. It is the center of left Vishuddhi. The left Vishuddhi is the accumulator for our negative feelings against ourselves, specifically the guilty feeling. Here we need to say with the energy Kundalini, O Mother Kundalini, I'm not guilty, I am pure spiritual being. I will fix all my attitude and behavior, and I will not leave feeling guilty at all. Let's repeat 16 times. I'm not guilty. I am not guilty. am not guilty. Now let's tilt back our head and put our right hand on the back side of our head. Here we need to ask for forgiveness from our Mother Kundalini, from the energy Kundalini. Oh Mother Kundalini, whatever I have done against my evolution and growth, please forgive me. Mother Kundalini, please forgive me all my mistakes against you. Ask it a few times. Oh Mother Kundalini, please forgive me all my mistakes. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Now let's move our hand to the forehead and bow down your head. Tilt it forward a little bit and relax. It's our ego, the area of our ego. Here we need to forget everything that we are doing against other people, against mistakes we have made other people. I forgive everyone. Say it within yourself a few times. I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone. Now we move to the last chakra, to the seventh chakra. Please stretch your hand. Push your fingers back so that the skin on your hand will be stretched. And do clockwise massage on top of your head, the soft spot. Keep your head straight and do massage on your skin so that the skin be moving, but your head is fixed. Let's ask our Mother Kundalini. Oh Mother Kundalini, please come to our Sahasrara. Please give us self-realization let's see, Mother Kundalini, let me feel yoga on my Sahasrara and on my hands. Do massage 7 times in clockwise manner. Now please raise your right hand above the head and try to feel if cool breeze is coming from the top of your head into your palm. Fix your attention in this area. Now let's change our hands. Try to feel the cool breeze with your left hand. Put your right hand on laps. If your breeze is not cool but hot or warm, say a few times within yourself, I forgive. I forgive everyone. I forgive myself. I forgive. Put down your hand. Let's try to keep our attention on the cool breeze on our head. Please close your eyes and try to be thoughtless for a few minutes. Please slowly open your eyes. Try to keep meditative state. Please put comments if you could feel the cool breeze or maybe hot breeze. You can put it in the chat window or in comments on Facebook so that we could reply you. Maybe you are facing some issues when we have some physical problems, emotional problems, mental problems. We can get into meditative state easily with problems in our physical body or in our attitude to life. We get not so cool vibrations, sometimes hot vibrations. So it all depends on what is going on within us. Let's explore a little bit what is the mechanics of all this subtle system. The first chakra is projected on the bases of our hands. So if you could feel cool vibrations in this spot, then it shows you that you were close to balance, you were coming to balance in your Muladhara chakra, the first chakra. The second chakra is on thumbs on left hand and also on right hand. It's yellow colored. So as we feel balanced state, as we achieve balanced state in our Svadhisthana chakra, the second chakra, we start feeling cool breeze on our thumbs. The next chakra is green colored, and so we can see the green colored finger here on both our hands. It shows us either problems or the balance in our Nabi. After Nabi we have heart chakra, the small red finger here, the fourth chakra. So if our attitude to life is way much too romantic, then we can get catches, better to say not catches, but get problems on our left heart, on our left heart. And if we are irresponsible people or go into extremes with our responsibilities, if we are too responsible people, we can get into problems with our right heart, and that is also small finger on our right hand. The next finger is our Vishuddhi chakra, is blue colored. So on this level we can communicate to other people, we can respect ourselves, we can also respect the pure spirit in other people. So if we are disrespectful, if we are shouting, if we use our Vishuddhi, our voice to dominate other people, then we get into disbalance on our right Vishuddhi chakra. If we are not too respectful to ourselves, if we disrespect ourselves, then we get problems on our left Vishuddhi. We also get into guilty feelings on our left Vishuddhi. That's all aspects of our collectivity. And also this center gives us the quality of being unattached witness of everything that is going on within us and outside of our being. The next chakra is sixth chakra. It's called Agya. It's placed in the area of optical nerves crossing in our head. So this ring finger, both these fingers are projections of our ego and superego. So with our sixth chakra, we can forgive and we can ask for forgiveness but we also can be people who never forgive. Then we collect problems on our gear. So these are the subtle qualities, but to know why we talk about the subtle qualities, we need these qualities to keep ourselves in balance. If we would like to be in balance, the first step, we should introspect. We should see from within what's going on with our attitude to life, with our behavior. So if we deviate from the qualities within us, from the qualities of our subtle centers, then we go into disbalance in the corresponding center. Let's see a quick reference of qualities. You can browse it afterwards, but just let's see what's inside. You can browse up and down. On the left channel is the area of the pure desire, the desire to grow. So if we deviate into all types, all other sorts of desires, if our attention keeps deviating to matter, if we try to be materialistic, if we desire some material things, we are working against our left side. So our left side can get problems, and then as we get problems in our left side, afterwards we also get some physical disorders. We can get emotional problems, we can get viruses, we can get all sorts of problems with our physical bodies, as well as with our nervous system. It's left side. Everything with what is related to brain and to disorders of our nerves, it is related to our left side. So the pure desire is the only thing that can fill our left side with good vibrations. The pure desire is the desire to grow, to become more balanced, more respectful person, to evolve from within. On the right side, we have the energy of activity, physical activity, also planning, mental activity, all sorts of activities reside in our right side. So if all these activities are not based on the energy of love, if the basis for it is not love, if we just start working too much because we like to work, to work as much as we like, to show off, for example, then we deviate from the energy of pure love in our right side. And as we deviate from that real quality of our right side, we start getting problems into our right side. Right-sided people, those who go to extremes of right side, become egoistical. They try to dominate other people. They also are very impatient, may become very impatient. Also, sorts of problem can start from our right side. So we just need to know that we have this right side, and we should use it with proper attitude, that if we are doing something, we try to do something that is based on the energy of love. That means that is based on our that is based on something that we would like to share with other people, not for ourselves, but for the community, maybe for our family, maybe for just another person, just like we are The center channel starts working only when right and left side are close to balance. So this center channel is the energy of evolution, and if we are in balance, if both our sides are quite balanced, then the central channel sends signals to our parasympathetic nervous system, and our chakras through the neural plexuses start sending signals of relaxation into all our physical body. So the job of central channel is to give us evolution, and it also gives us a physical feeling of relaxation, that we start get into some sort of balanced and relaxed state. It doesn't mean sleeping, it means relaxed state. So we can browse all these charts and see what qualities are within. The energy kundalini, the only her job is burning negativity within us. So as we talk to our energy kundalini, she starts helping us. So we should know that it is the main energy who helps us to evolve. Also, we can browse qualities of all chakras here. We need to know them in order to grow. So when we start meditation, we just move from first chakra to second, and then to third, and so on, and ask for qualities from the energy kundalini. We ask for purity, we ask for wisdom, for innocence. And as we ask these subtle energies, the energy kundalini starts cleansing us. So as cleansings go on, we get into more meditative and more relaxed states. That's how it is working. So keep it in mind. You can use it as reference. And how do we meditate? What do we do to meditate? In the morning, we just meditate in front of Shri Mataji's photo. The small photo of Shri Mataji you can see here in the top. Shri Mataji's photo has a capacity to dissolve our negativities. So whenever it is possible, if we're at home, if nobody disturbs us, we always Sahaja Yogis always try to set up the photo of Shri Mataji, and also we use elements. Can we see elements here? No. And also we use elements. So if we set photo, it can be printed photo or as a Shri Mataji's photo on a screen. We set just a small candle with good fire, and that's how we meditate in the morning. In the evening, we also do food soaking. The food soaking is a simple technique to dissolve all our negativities that we could get during the day life. So in the night, before we go to sleep, the best thing is to do food soaking, then a few minutes of meditation, and in the end we take bandhan, raise our kundalini, take bandhan, and go to sleep. Our best choice before the bedtime is just to take a meditation session and go to sleep. So how to raise your kundalini after you have achieved this cool breeze for the first time? After that, you can raise your kundalini with your hands. Just let's see what's going on in the video and follow the Shri Mataji's instructions.
I told you about. Let us put ourselves into bandhan. After raising our kundalini, raise. Attention on your sahasrara. Don't close your eyes. Push back your head. 1. Again. Sit straight. Take it up on your head. 2. 3. Now a bandhan. 1, 2. Do it properly, systematically. 3. All of us should do properly. 3. 4. 5. Try to wait as I'm doing. 6. 7. Still not.
That's how we do Kundalini rising and bandhan. So please try to meditate every day. Try to meditate in the morning and in the night before the bedtime. Please try to meditate with foot soaking before going to sleep. And we need to say that all the signs of the energy Kundalini, how to achieve meditative state, all that is given to us by Mataji, who is a real guru, who has explained so many things that it's hard to retell everything that she has said to us. So just to know better Sahaja Yoga, we need to do a few things. We need to meditate. We need to meditate in the morning and also before we go to sleep. We also need to do short cleansing sessions, foot soaking, just as you have seen. And one more thing, we need to know the science itself. All peculiarities of our chakras, all interrelationships are so well explained by Mataji. So we try to watch her lectures and try to introspect what's going within ourselves, what's going inside, how far are we from certain qualities that are described by Mataji. So in the end, we will watch a short clip of Mataji's talk about the Kundalini energy, how the energy Kundalini is working on our chakras.
Today I told you about Kundalini, and that Kundalini is the pure desire within us. That manifests or is awakened to give us our self-realization. Means the desire is only fulfilled when you get your self-realization. Otherwise, it is not manifested. It is just dormant. It is still residual. It has created the whole universe. But until and unless you get self-realization, unless and until you become one with your spirit, you have not achieved the manifestation of this power, which will go on making you run and run and run, thinking that you have not yet achieved or you have not found out your way. It will be there all the time, sleeping, but giving you a feeling of vacuum. So this power must stimulate to manifest. But when it manifests, what's it? What happens? Why, let it be. Let it be done. Come. What happens? Come here. What's happening? Huh? So, all right? Yes. Good. Now one has to keep quiet, all right? Then this power has got certain qualities. The first quality, it has got, this is urdhva, it goes against the gravity. It goes against the gravity. You see, a thing rises. It doesn't go down. So, a person has to be aspiring by nature. If a person is not aspiring type, the Kundalini doesn't rise. Because like, you see, when food passes down our stomach, it presses the sides of the intestine. By that, these movements of going down takes place. You see, Mata? So when the Kundalini starts pressing on the sides of the chakras, she creates a feeling of throwing it higher and higher. So the chakras bounce it upward. All the heavy things all go down. But the Kundalini rises higher and higher and higher because it is like fire. Fire never burns downward. It always burns upward. She looks also like fire. And she has the capacity of fire. The fire has a capacity to purify and to burn off whatever can be burnt off. It purifies the things which it cannot burn and burns off the things which are inflammable, which can be burnt off. Come now, come forward. So the quality of fire that exists in the Kundalini burns off whatever is useless. Like in our house, we find all the useless things. Then we take them in the garden and burn them. Finished. Once for all, they are finished. So when the Kundalini rises, she also burns off all useless things. All your useless desires, your useless ideas of action, all sorts of useless accumulation of feelings and egos and every sort of a nonsensical thing that is in between. Everything is burnt off because they can be burnt. They are not eternal by nature. They are not eternal by nature. They are temporarily there. All that is temporary, she burns off. And that's how she enlightens the spirit. Because spirit cannot be burned by anything. But this burning is so beautiful that it burns off all that is bad, stagnating, all that is polluting, all that is the disease, and cools down the system. It is very interesting to see how this power of fire becomes a cool breeze. But in the science also you find that electricity can give you hot breeze or cool breeze. You can transform from one to another. But there is no ultimate for these things. They are always reversible. Supposing something becomes a magnetism, you can always convert into electricity. Electricity can always be converted into magnetism. But Kundalini is such a thing that once she burns out everything that is there, that's how you get heat. Because she's burning. But once she cools down and becomes cool, then she's not reversible. That's why it is a living process. Living process is never reversible. All dead processes can be reversible. But anything that is reversible, now supposing you are grown up, you cannot become a little baby. Whatever you may thought. You may have any number of operations You cannot be successful. Now you are grown up. Now you are modern, overdeveloped. You may try anything to become a primitive person. You cannot. You just cannot. Whatever you may try, that will be all very artificial. You may just feel that you have become primitive by wearing some sort of a dress, by feeling that, oh, now there's no modernism in us and now we have become very, very subdued. Nothing like that. It is curable but not reversible. But it's a living process. So Kundalini within us expedites the living process within us of our evolution. So the power of Kundalini is to purify. She purifies us like fire. She doesn't purify us like water. Surprising. She doesn't purify us like water. Now water, what does the water do? Water never burns off anything. But it dissolves certain things. It can take in something within itself. See? It can contain some of the dirt within itself. Supposing you put a color in the water, it assumes the color. But Kundalini does not assume the color. She burns us. Do you follow my point? So if you have anything wrong within you, she'll burn it off. But she'll not absorb, she's pure. She cannot absorb those things into her that will pollute her. She cannot be polluted. This quality of fire, say for example, if you put fire, gold in fire, silver in fire, you can purify it. The pure form comes. That's how you know. But if you put gold and fire in water, nothing will happen. At the most you can wash them from outside. But in and out you cannot do it. So outwardly you can do with other things. But with Kundalini you do in and out.
So, please try to meditate daily and join us again live. We will put some links in comments so you can find how to do the bandhan, and also you'll have a short reference on your qualities so that you could introspect and also meditate. Please, if you are facing some issues with physical problems that you are trying to solve that give you hot vibrations, you can write personal message and get personal advice. Some small details then that you can use during meditations, your personal meditations. So see you live again. Bye bye.